Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do a highly requested video for you guys, and as you can see by the title, it is my eyebrow routine, my eyebrow tutorial, I guess you can say, on how I do my eyebrows. What? Wow, good way to start off the video. I have Ollie literally looking at me. I'm sitting on my floor because I feel like lighting is best right here. And like my bathroom lighting is shite, but this is what I'm actually looking at. What? Do you want to say hi, Ollie? Hi, vlog. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna film with him right here and we're just gonna make it work. Okay. Let's get into it. Now that we sorted that out, I hope. First things first, let me just show you the products that I use. I am so basic when it comes to the products. I would say this one product right here is the staple of my eyebrow look because it is the glue to the brows. And if you're somebody who wants really hard setting gel to give you that like lamination look with your brows, I have tried so many on the market. And I can like kind of give a review on the ones that I liked and I didn't like. But so far, for me, in my experience, this one has been the absolute best. So I swear by the Brow Lamination Gel by Patrick Ta. So this is the packaging in the box, super cute. And it's just literally, I think, let's see if it'll focus there. Lamination gel, what's that say? Major brow, and I'm telling you, it serves major brow. So I just bought this one because I needed a new one, and it's just like the cutest packaging. Like, what a slay. Nice and gold. But yeah, so this product is 10 out of 10 for so many reasons, but I just feel like out of all the gels I've tried for my eyebrows, this one holds up the best. I'm an oily girl, I'm a sweaty girl, you know, if you're a girl who wants to like have your brows looking good at the gym, if you're doing activities, it's summer, you're hot, you don't want your makeup to melt, this does not move, you guys, okay? Like, I've tried products where like they'll be like really beautiful and set, but midday, if I'm getting any bit dewy, oily, sweaty, my brows will begin to fall. And I'm like, no, and then it just looks like a hot mess. So this one is, it just gives, okay? So let's just dive in, and I'm gonna start doing my routine, and yeah, I'll kind of talk as I'm doing it. So actually, I need to grab a couple things. All right, I'm gonna zoom in on me here so you guys can see a good view. Okay, cool. Let me just get my angles good because I'm also looking in my little like mirror right here. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, first off, this is all natural. I have absolutely nothing on my face other than moisturizer. So yeah, this is me naturally. And yeah, like these are my natural brows. So I will say, you guys, I am like pretty lucky. I do have decently full brows. I mean, there's sparseness here and there, but like overall, I definitely do have a decent amount of brow hairs. So yeah, I do my brows myself. I trim them myself. I pluck them. Like pretty low maintenance with my brows. So first thing that I use is actually just some type of pigment, and I like to use little spoolie brushes with like a gel. So I've bounced around from product to product. Like honestly, I can't say there's one product that I absolutely love the most. I think just like grab a pigment that you like, and yeah, like a product that you enjoy. Right now, honestly, because I go through them so quick that I try different ones. I've tried like really nice Sephora brand ones, but right now I'm actually randomly using this one from Quo. So this is just from Shoppers Drug Mart, and it says brow defining gel. It's in the shade, oh my god, it didn't even say, but I think this is just like a brunette shade. So yeah, I'm always trying new ones out and just like playing around with different shades and tones and whatnot. What I do first is I'll go in and I'll just brush it through my brows. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm just gonna go a little bit lightly at first, because after, if I need to fill anything in, I will do so, but I just kind of do it to get like a little bit of pigment in there, so you can kind of see that compared to that one. So yeah, I just go really lightly, and keep in mind too, you guys, do this to like how you like, and also go off your natural hair. Like this is just how I do it because these are like brows on my face. But if you have more hair, then like you might not need as much, but if you have less hair, you might need more. Like just do it to what you please. There's no right or wrong. And like honestly, you don't have to be perfect about it because I'll show you how we clean this up after. So that's pretty much my first step. I just brush it in a bit. This pigment, I will say, is definitely a warmer kind of brown, which I like bounce around from like cool brown shades to warm. I do like warm, but I'm trying to decide if this one's a bit too warm for me, but I'll show you guys once I'm all done. Now I'm gonna go in, like that's first step, done. Second step, here we are. We're going in with the Patrick Ta, and I'll kind of just show you how it is. It's this like little tiny spoolie. So you're gonna see on the top here, you have a flat part, and the bottom, it's like the little, I guess like a little micro brush. The point of that is to brush the product through your brows, and then you almost like wanna roll the wand in a motion where after you use the brush, you flatten it out and you press it against your face. That is the key movement. You wanna press it to your skin because that's gonna give you that lamination feeling, okay? One thing I will say, when you get this product fresh, you're gonna see if you buy it throughout like using it, and the more like it gets used, you're gonna see there's a difference sometimes with texture. And I find many brow products done that, just like maybe oxidization, just like your natural oils in your skin, maybe a little bit like honestly bacteria, even though your face is clean, but like you're still going in and out, in and out, in and out all the time. I find the consistency changes a bit, but nothing too crazy, but you'll notice it when you're kind of near the end of the product. But right now it's like brand new into the package. So I will say the product right now is a little bit runnier. And my biggest tips like for you guys is that when you're doing this, start in like little sections, okay? Don't go throughout your brow and brush it all through and then go in. It dries so quick. And like the one thing too about it, it's not as forgiving. So once it dries, it's dried. There's no going back other than honestly like wetting it and kind of restarting. So, which can be a bit annoying. So that is my absolute biggest tip, is just as you start applying it, just work section per section. That's done. So it looks literally crazy right now, but yeah, it's because I'm like moving the product out of my brow too at the same time that I just put in the color. But that's okay. It's all good. No worries. I'll show you. I'll show you how we master this product. So I just kind of have it on its side right now. You can see, and I'll brush and then I'll flatten. I'll brush and then I'll flatten. And that's all you want to do. And then just reapply, like pick up product as needed. Because yeah, like this whole section here is already set. Like it's already hard, so. You have to be like quick and careful with this product. So if you're somebody who hasn't really worked with brow gels, I will say this one's definitely a little bit harder to use. I wouldn't say it's the most like first time user friendly, but if you just kind of follow, you know, my little tips, I think you'll be fine. But one product I will say that you could start off with if you're new to the brow lamination vibe is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. So that was the one that I like swore by, you guys, like absolutely swore by, but this is better to me for a few reasons, but I'll get into that. But anyways, now my whole brow is set. So I'll come a little bit closer and you can see all the hairs are up, right? Every single one. It looks absolutely mangled. Trust me, it turns out. Now that I'm looking in this light, like you can really see how warm this brow product is. Like this, the Quo. Interesting, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go and I literally am gonna do the exact same thing on this brow. So I'll show you that. Oh my gosh, you could see so many of my freckles. I'm a very freckly girl, you guys. Fun fact. But anyways, okay, so the Brow Freeze. The Brow Freeze is amazing, but I will say the hold just isn't as good as this one. That's the only downside, I would say. Like it would hold decently well, and I would use the Brow Freeze all the time before I tried this one. And yeah, I kind of held the Brow Freeze up on a pedestal, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, this one is so much better. It lasts so much longer. Like I literally, you guys, can have my makeup all day, my brows done all day, working, sweating, oil everything, and then go for a run literally after work and sweat my ass off, and my brows don't move. They're freaking flawless. Like, it's so good, you guys. It's just so good. So I think it's so worth it. But again, with the brow freeze, I will say, yeah, that's used a little bit more user friendly. It's a little bit easier to apply. But another downside of it is that I found it's like in a little puck, right? It's like a little dish. And I don't know what it was, but it's almost like when you kind of got halfway through, the product would just go bad. And if you kind of look at Sephora, you'll see many reviews of people saying there was like a bunch of white dots in it and like the product went funky. And again, I don't know if that's because of like oils and like maybe natural bacteria just being in the product. But once it got to that stage, it had no more hold. It was like very slippery and like kind of oily. It wasn't like the gel anymore. So I don't know. That was a huge flaw I found. And it just kind of sucks because like you don't even get to use the full product, you know, because halfway through it's kind of trash, you know? So let me know if any of you guys have used it or experienced that, because yeah, it was such a bummer, but it is still really good. Okay, so now I am all set. We are slicked up, guys. I'm just gonna use this little spoolie here I have and just press that in a bit more. But yeah, we're looking whack. So my next thing that I do is a classic wet Q-tip. I go in and this is where I'm gonna mold and shape my brows. So this is where a wet Q-tip and a little spoolie brush, mine is like caked with shit, so it's like kind of half a spoolie. But these are the next two products you're gonna wanna use because this is so hard setting, like it's already set. If you were to try and like fold your brows down and make them soft, it's not gonna work, okay? Because it's like literally super glue. So you're gonna need a wet Q-tip and you just have to go in. And this is where you like clean up all like the crazy brow color. And yeah, I just go and I make sure I touch the top bits of my hair. I like to get those a bit wet because then you can mold it down. And I'll show you that. This was also all trial and error, you guys, like working with this product. But I found this, like, yeah, it just works the best for me. So now that the tips of my hairs are a little bit wet, you could kind of see how they're moving. So then I just redirect them where I need them to. And I just like try to avoid them from clumping. And then I just take the spoolie and I'm honestly just like forming it, okay? You're just molding how you want it to be. And don't worry, like if you get too much water on it and they're falling, you could just reapply product. It's not a big deal. But yeah, you just go like that. Honestly, I do need to retrim my eyebrow hairs because some of them are slightly uneven, but that's okay. I just mold them enough that like you won't be able to know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do right now. Sometimes if I feel like the color is sitting too heavy in some spots, I'll just take my Q-tip and clean that out a bit. Because you saw I was quite like light-handed. I didn't put a ton in my brows. So that's one thing I will say, be a little bit more light-handed with the color and the pigment. Even if, you know, you feel like you might need more, you can always add later. But sometimes it's hard to take away once you have everything kind of all set with the gel. Okay, that's that one. And then we'll move on to the next. Another thing too, like I always do my brows first. For this reason, you definitely like this technique, you definitely don't want to, you know, have your full face of foundation and then have to go in and do this. And you're like, wow, okay, I'm just taking off half my makeup on my forehead. So that's also another thing you want to make sure. And then yeah, now I'm just going to go in with this one. Make sure everything's looking good. And I'm going to fold all this down. I also, this eyebrow is just like, this is my good brow. She just looks so much better. But eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So you best believe. And yeah, I'm literally just like continuously like cleaning it, making sure they're all good, yada yada. Okay. cool. My eyebrows look really red right now, but that goes down. And you're gonna do your foundation after, and you're gonna carve them out a bit, so don't even worry about it. So after I like kind of get the ideal shape of what I want, then I just go in and I detail with the color product. So I don't want them to be too intense, but I'm gonna go here and I'm just gonna extend my brow a bit. And obviously you could see this doesn't look like natural brow hairs compared to right there. But I just go and I'll tap that in a little bit. Tap, tap, tap in like that. And I'm like, okay, we need a little bit here. And that's literally all I do is like, I'll just fill it in that way. You can seriously do whatever you want. You could do like actual brow strokes with like a little defined pencil or something. You could do it this way, whatever you feel. And then yeah, I just kind of go in, do the exact same thing. And yeah, like this isn't like a perfect, anything perfect about that, okay? Just gonna shade that in, whatever. And then I'll just do one more time with the Q-tip. I'll just kind of clean a little bit of that. Honestly, I feel like this is coming up very like reddy, orangey tone on my camera. But like looking at myself in my mirror, it doesn't like really look like that. So I hope this isn't too much of a throw off, but yeah, it definitely looks a lot better in my like mirror right now. But anyways, that's that, okay? We're literally almost done. So I know it's looking crazy, but we're gonna go in and we're gonna make everything look seamless now. And then all I use for this part is a flat little brush. You can see, you know? And I don't even know if I would call this a concealer brush, but, and then I go in with any type of concealer you want. I'm actually, you guys, like, I never really was a huge drugstore girly with products. I mean, little things like this, I'm like, okay, whatever, I could just try, it's just pigment. But there is this eye cream. It literally says eye cream in a concealer by L'Oreal. And it has, what does it have? Hyaluronic acid in it a little bit. It is so nice. It is so creamy. Like when they do say eye cream, like, yeah, I believe it. Like it's really nice. So I don't know, my girlfriend, she just told me about it and I was like, okay, well, you put me on. She always puts me on new products and I actually love it. So I put a little bit on my brush and then I go in and I just kind of carve out my brows how they naturally are to kind of give me like a little bit of a better guideline. Like that. And you can like, especially if you're kind of creating your own extended tail, you could just kind of make your brows look however you want. I kind of like my eyebrows, they don't have a crazy arch, but I do try to make, you know, give it a little pizzazz, but I just kind of go off like pretty much what I naturally have. And if you like a really like natural, fluffier look, you don't have to carve because that will give you a bit more of a like natural vibe if that's what you're going for. But I love kind of just cleaning everything up and making them look a little bit more defined, I guess you could say. Just like that. And yeah, that's pretty much her. And I do like to keep it like a little bit angled down because that's kind of how my eyebrow naturally grows. So I just follow my natural pattern. So you can do that as well. And yeah, if you don't have like an overly defined natural pattern, you can just kind of like make your own, you know? And then I'm just gonna go off with this one too. See, you guys, this one is just like, it's just my better brow. I find it's easier for me to carve on it. It's easier for me to just like, I don't know, define it. I feel like this one goes a little bit out more and this one's down more. And I'm like, I want them to both go out good, but that's my one struggle, I will say. And then I find this one naturally, the brow hairs, like especially right where I'm at, they grow in a little bit more. It's like a little bit thicker up that way versus that one. So I just try to match it as best as possible. And one trick I will say, if you're like trying to get them as even as you can, take your concealer and then just follow along and do a line like that. And then I'm gonna do the same. And then you'll know if they match up good. And it looks like we're pretty good. We made a nice little V in the middle of my eyebrows. So yeah, that is my trick, just to make sure they're like, you know, somewhat symmetric, but not to be pressed about. Okay, I will say I feel like this one goes down more and this one goes out more. And I like that one so much more than this one. So I will like spend a couple minutes just tweaking. I always have to tweak this one after. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more here. And we're just gonna try and mold this so we can make it look like it's going out more. Okay, so I'm gonna just like, again, go into this a little bit more concealer. Gonna try and kind of clean that up a little bit and try to, okay. I feel like that definitely helped, but I'm still not sold on her. She's not doing it for me yet. This is the one like part of my makeup look, you guys, that takes me the absolute longest is my brows. Like I just spend so long on them, and then the rest of my face, I can bust that out real quick. I'm just very particular about my eyebrows. I really hope my washing machine wasn't too loud in this for you guys, because I just realized right now she was really tumbling. Okay, cool. All right, I think I'm quite content with that. Kind of unseal myself a little bit. Let's see, let me show you here. You can see the brows, they're all done. And like literally guys, that's it. That's all I do. That's how I do my brows. And yeah, I mean, it looks a little bit crazy right now because I don't have any other makeup on, but that's it. They're big, they're bold, they're fluffy. And then once I do my foundation, that's where I clean up like any of these areas here. And it honestly just blends itself out. And like truthfully, you guys, like I'm not coming for anyone with their brows. Like it is what it is. You can see like my natural hairs, and then it's the color. Like who's coming up close, you know, that close to me to like really look at that? Because on the far picture, they're looking fresh. And this is just how I like to do my brows. So I hope this helped you guys. I hope this gave you a little bit of like inspo, I guess. And yeah, a little bit of a brow product recommendation. I'm gonna go through, do the rest of my makeup. Thanks for watching my eyebrow tutorial. This product, the gel, you can obviously get this from Sephora. I'm not sure where else they sell this, but maybe like Ulta in the States? I'm not sure. It's Patrata, so wherever his products are is where I'll be. Hope you guys loved it. Thanks for watching, and if you try any of these tips or any other brow product recommendations you have, let me know. Okay, bye guys.